dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel, more Paternity Court. We got crazy scandals. You know? Yeah, one of them. So with that being said, man, y'all already know how wild Paternity Court can get. Especially over here on our channel, you know what I'm saying? It gets pretty lit, too. So with that being said, ain't no need to hold y'all, man. With that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to further support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
Facts. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. It's scandals with Paternity Court.
Wow.
I was
you
ready.
knock on the door and what happens?
Lariette introduced us, and she just
Thank you, Lord. So, Mr. Weatherspoon, so you at the door with the Pampers. She says, I'm at church.
Yes.
Then what happens?
And then,
In this episode of Paternity Court, a young woman brings two men forth to know who her biological father is.
You hope to leave this courtroom today knowing your father's identity so he can walk you down the aisle at your wedding.
One of the potential fathers is present at the court, and he wishes when the paternity test results are out, he's even to be her father.
Now, while there are paternity questions, you hope you are her biological father.
Judge Lauren asks Miss Kelly about her journey without a father.
When I was 2, my grandparents started raising me, and I noticed that I was different because they're white.
People don't like when others are not the same as them. What a bad thing.
So not having that male influence in my life, I started to act out, get in trouble at school.
Hold on. The accent was not there at first.
Because she wasn't talking so much.
Bruh,
She was
but
just
you
in my
saw
short words, but baby, that
the accent came out and said,
I mean, country child.
Oh, yeah, the grandparent real raised you, huh? Must have raised you on the farm, too, huh?
So silly.
And all kind of stuff.
Paternity is a game of chance, but thank goodness there's the DNA test for certainty.
She told me that there was a chance of 2 guys. She took me to meet her ex-boyfriend, and it was kind of awkward.
Miss Kelly explains how the potential father has been to her.
Duncan, and he's always opened his doors to me, him and his wife. He's always wanted me to be his.
Mr. Duncan really wants the rest to be in his favor.
I only had one mustard seed. That's all I got. One mustard seed about this little girl. I hope to God this is my child.
But he shares he had doubts upon first encounter with Miss Kelly.
You remember, of course, the relationship because you introduced your daughter, wanted to help her. You knew that it was time.
Judge Lauren interrogates Miss Kelly's mother. Here's what she said.
So my mom and my dad raised her, and like I said, when my dad got killed, it really disturbed. You've seen everything happen.
She claims Miss Kelly's grandmother didn't want her to know who her father was.
My mom never wanted her to know who her father was, and I knew I had to. She's mine.
She said she wanted her to know, but contact.
And from then on, like I say, Mr. Duncan's always accepted her. The ex, it's just...
It's nice enough to hear that.
I want closure for her. She's been through enough in her life, and
Yes.
it's time she gets her closure.
Supposedly, when Miss Laureate was pregnant and a few months after, she came to live with Mr. Duncan.
Yes, she was, yeah.
All right, so how did that come to be that she was living with you?
Here's his answer.
Her father come out and me and him had some words. I ain't gonna say what the words was, but they wasn't no good words.
Understood.
What do we call this? Instant?
Oh. They really just had a problem with, you know what I'm saying, the fact that, you know what I'm saying. But because she went and lived with him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So why you just, so did the parents gain custody?
Yeah, some probably had. We don't know.
I need a little bit more backstory.
Yeah,
I'm a little
nosy.
nosy, so I need a little bit more backstory.
Connection and love?
She said, that ain't your child. But deep in my heart, every time they would say it, it's like somebody just juking.
Arguments always ruin what's good.
They get mad and the truth will come out. People would come up to me and say, she said, that ain't your little girl.
After taking you and your child in, that's not fair on his part. But her conscience could have been bothering her.
Well, Your Honor, it's been so long, I mean, I really can't recall.
Do you ever recall her telling you directly
Yes,
that's
Your
not
Honor.
your child?
Yes, Your Honor, I do recall.
But Mr. Duncan still remains optimistic.
Did I ever have doubt that she was?
All right.
He chose to do the
Let's get to
difficult thing.
paternity
That's
test
a
at
strong
this
thing
point.
to do.
What could I do? I'm not sure that I'm her father. So should I go and start trouble? Should I start trouble or should I just love her from afar?
Judge Lake asks her what had happened when she met the first potential father.
Wow.
I was
you
ready.
knock on the door, and what happened?
Lariat introduced us, and she just wanted
Awkward and scary, the alarming duo.
to take a test with me to give me that closure. And he was willing. At first, it was strange. It was very quiet.
She does see the similarities. It's still hard to choose or give a
Strange. It was very quiet.
She does see
Which one you think she looked?
I have no clue.
Because in this photo of Mr. Duncan, she kind of looked like him right there. I think that's a bad photo. What you think? I think she kind of looked like him right there, though.
The face shape.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, deciding the child's paternity at a...
But I would like to see a different
younger
photo, a younger photo of him.
Yeah.
But I mean, but still, but anyway.
And see, hopefully he there, too.
This one is my father.
I compare lots of things, like Mr. Duncan's very outspoken. Mr. Anthony, he's kind of quiet and laid back, which I can be like that sometimes too.
I don't blame him for this. Mr. Anthony is right to feel that way.
It's just hard after, finding out something like this after 25 years. You really don't.
Even Miss Kelly validates his feelings.
Yeah, because if somebody came to my door and said I might have a 25-year-old child, I would be in shock also.
Mr. Anthony shares his hopes.
Results, because ever since her and her mother approached me, I've been wondering, am I the father?
DNA results are out. Let's hear what it is.
When it comes to Destiny Kelly, Mr. Anthony is not her father.
Mr. Anthony is not the father. Maybe Mr. Duncan can get his wish after all.
Mr. Duncan, you are not her father. I'm sorry to you both.
Wow. No,
That's messed up on the mom.
Do your mama know? Does she even know? Like, how many
That is
men were you, like, around the time you got pregnant?
That's messed up.
That's
and
sad.
the way you led your daughter to believe that, too.
When you know that there was a possibility of it being other men or
she just
another man.
She trying to hide, or do she even know who that other man really is?
Do she know? Like, right, do she know?
Because some women that are of that nature will have sex with a man and not even know, like the one night stands, met him at the bar, it was just a quickie one night.
Yeah, no, like...
You don't get to know their name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially back then, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
What's that, 80s?
No judgment or anything, of course. I mean, but it's just not fair to her. But...
And that's what it is, not fair to the daughter. It's really trash.
was expecting that.
Much you wanted it.
Miss Kelly is confused, and it's only right.
I'm just confused and anxious to find out who it is. I just want to know.
Absolutely, and you deserve it.
Mr. Duncan marched in to support Miss Kelly.
We say all the time that it takes DNA to be a father, but it takes love to be a daddy. And you are so loved by Mr. Duncan.
On to the next. It gets quite scandalous. The plaintiff brings his ex to court saying she's trying to pin a child on him.
You claim to know who her child's father is, and that isn't you. Is that correct?
The defendant is pent up on her claims, but not as pleasant as the usual.
You testify you are certain he's your son's father, and once it's proven, he owes you and your son an apology. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Weatherspoon's beliefs might be getting too certain. It's still a possibility.
And that I take real good care of my kids. So she wants it for herself. She like to make mistakes, and then she wants me to clean it up for her. We was together.
Who you think the baby look like? Kind of look more like your mama though.
He like his mama.
Cause even the nose shape.
He like his mama. Cause at first I was like,
He really look a lot like her. Even like cause he's gonna be unfortunately short like his mama, so he's gonna get a lot of his features comes from her. So it's gonna that one you can't even do no eye test.
Wants it for herself. She like to make mistakes, and then she wants me to clean it up for her. We was together.
This is getting a tad too heated.
So that's why she's accusing me today.
But you believe she's just trying to pin this baby on you. You believe she's just trying to pin this baby on you.
Trying to.
She blatantly denies his claims.
And them his kids.
I ain't just gonna pin no kids up on this man. He ain't nobody.
So you have.
Apparently, they have their first child together.
No, yes, you're not. Yes, I do not accept him at all. My mama raised me not to never let a woman like this come and try to bring me down.
Woman like
Not-
that.
Mr. Weatherspoon might be getting too mean about this.
When he calls me or message me, he only asks about Cameron. He don't never asks about Aiden.
I get where he's coming from, but it's still a child. It's like he hates the child.
Baby to believe that I'm his father. She
Why would
showed
I
him,
train
she
him to
showed
call you daddy?
pictures of him to me. When I come and see Cameron, that baby's calling me daddy. You gotta see how I
You're
feel.
his-
Now he reveals where the doubts creeped in.
So when the car pulled up, she got out the car. But as I'm looking over her shoulder, I see a white boy in the car with her.
Another man? How scandalous.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, he just a friend. He just let me use his car to come over here.
He
So
was
as my
with
man,
me.
I'm thinking to myself,
Miss Ferguson has some bogus excuses. Who would believe that?
Is he teaching you how to drive or teaching you how to ride?
He teaching
That's two different things.
She went there. She went there. She said, you either teach him how to drive or he teaching you how to ride. Either way it go, you on his control.
I swear.
She said it not me.
and my man, I'm thinking to myself,
Miss Ferguson has some bogus excuses. Who would believe that?
Is he teaching you how to drive or teaching you how to ride?
He teaching
That's two different
he
things.
taught me how to drive out of a friendly gesture.
She needs to spell it out so everybody can understand.
I even met him, but it was one time.
Okay, so see, now the plot thickens.
His doubts are starting to make a ton of sense.
they called me on the phone, and it's crazy because I was actually around the corner at another store with my sister shopping at the time. So they called me, they say, Cordero, are you?
Now it's a ride to the superstores.
She just walked in the store holding hands with this other man.
I wasn't holding hands with her.
But in my man, I knew they were telling the truth because I knew about this other man.
He claims he called her after he heard of where she was at the time.
She said, I'm at a party store with my friend. We getting some stuff for her party. She hung the phone up.
She keeps denying everything. It can't be all lies, right?
So I drove as fast as I can around that corner, and when I got there,
But
I
wasn't
ran up
nobody
inside.
holding
My
hands
friends
with?
inside, where is she? She's already
they get
gone.
the holding
So I was
hands
real
from?
upset then.
Holding hands, not holding hands. She's not even sure.
I mean, we weren't holding hands. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wait a minute.
We wasn't holding hands. We was,
But she ain't denied being with the man.
I thought she like, yeah, I was with him, but we won't hold the hands down. They adding all the extra this, you know, because they want a reaction out of it. They want you to, you know, pull up. But we gonna see though.
To my bestie, and that's beep beep.
I'm sorry. We wasn't holding hands. We was at the supermarket.
Wait a minute.
Judge Lake reminds her of her earlier statement.
It came out wrong. We was not holding hands, but we was at the supermarket. We was at the supermarket together.
This just gets more nefarious by the minute.
They're spoon.
Yeah, but at that time, I didn't feel like me and him would be serious. I didn't know that we was gonna get as serious as we did.
Another man is in the mix.
When I got to her, where she was staying at first, the street thug and her was pulling up in a car.
Another car, and she keeps denying. It's so natural to her.
Oh no, we weren't doing nothing. I was just driving him around. We was running his errands. So I looked at her and I grabbed my son and I just walked away after she told me that.
Her defense is still pretty substantial, though.
What you're saying is you believe this other man is Aiden's biological father.
Exactly, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm saying. I believe the other dude is his.
Night Church had some.
I ain't like
Where
that.
that other man that she
Nah,
like.
I ain't
And how
like
she did that little
That was.
because she was a little uncomfortable, like, cause she know probably, yeah. But
Cause you want me to, cause she
the other
she
dude
don't
may
she
not
don't.
be, you know, be good.
Nah, it ain't even that.
What you think it
She
is?
don't want to have two different baby daddies. She just want to have one baby daddy, one guy taking care of both of her kids. Cause the oldest son is his,
Well, let's say
but he
this.
don't believe the youngest son is his.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. She sees how he takes care of his son that he believes that is his.
You never know.
So,
You never
well,
know.
you never know. So why are we talking about it?
But I feel as though.
Come on.
So I'm thinking to myself, you at church at 7 o'clock at night? She said I'm at night church with a family member.
I'm just glad she going somewhere.
What day of the week is? That's what I trust. If you tell the truth tonight.
Unless it's Bible study or something. I'm not Bible study, revival or something like that.
So what they doing? Bowing heads, laying hands,
I don't know what they're doing.
rubber kisses, rubber kissing tusses. touching.
Shut up. You can't even.
Hug and kiss and Robitussin.
What?
It's hug and kiss and Robitussin. Hug and kiss and Robitussin.
It's Robitussin. It's actually Robitussin. That's actually the lyrics.
Well, why the fuck is it Robitussin?
Because you have to listen to what he said before.
What he said before?
I don't know. I mean, afterwards, like the between and the afterwards. Why are we even talking about this? Anyway.
Like at night. She said, I'm at night church with a family member.
I'm just glad she going somewhere, church. So she be riding in that car with everybody. So you was at...
She even agrees with him on that fact.
You said.
Yeah.
Who
yes,
took
Your
you?
Honor. My sister.
Thank you, Lord.
He doesn't trust her one bit.
The family members of hers to confirm her story, and that family member says, no, she's not at no church with the other family member, that was a lie.
She has put this man through a lot.
Oh, wait, hold on. When she pulled up, she didn't get out of her sister's car?
No, she got out of the street thug's car.
The street thug. Oh.
The lies. The lies.
But he texted me, we was leaving church, and I ended up going to the dude's house. Well, I was at church.
How does she expect it?
Hold on, Shawty. How you leave the church house knowing you got a man at the crib? You're already shacking up, sinning. But you got the nerve to leave the church. You got the nerve to say you left the church house to go sin. Wow.
Want to believe her.
Well, first, Your Honor, she sent me a text and said, I think I'm pregnant. I said, about who? You know what I'm saying? So she,
Hold on. This ain't supposed to be that funny, though.
I already went back.
Oh, my bad. This ain't supposed to be
Your Honor,
funny,
she sent me a text and said, I think I'm pregnant. I said, about who? You know what I'm saying? So she,
He never accepted the baby as his from the start.
So pretty much, that's when I knew and started feeling like
So,
that's
Miss
not the child.
Ferguson.
Nobody is going to believe that.
The other guy didn't have no reason.
Why not?
Oh, because I wasn't sexually active with the other guy. We was just conversating.
It's like the same thing over and over again.
At his house?
Yeah, because you go to somebody's house doesn't mean you have to have sex with them.
Come on, man, he's a street thug.
We never had sex. We never.
Even Judge Lake has had enough of her.
That through all of this, everything you've done all this time, you've never had sex with anybody else?
No, Your Honor.
This is low on his part.
He looked at Aiden and walked right back out.
That what you did, Mr. Weatherspoon?
That's exactly what I did, Your Honor. I walked right in.
Do people inherit dry skin now?
Told her
Aiden
about
have
it.
the same thing.
When that baby started growing up, she gave
Same
me a
thing.
call and said, I think he really yours. He's starting to have dry skin like you.
I never
Now
said
all of a
he
sudden he
think
got
he
dry
really
skin like you.
I guess we're gonna find out now.
Is this something that's related to genetics that could be somehow connected to paternity?
Well, possibly. Eczema is typically caused
Now, that's something to learn.
hereditary. And what happens is the skin gets irritated when it's exposed to certain environmental factors like foods, pollen, mold, dust mites.
Now, this is a mystery.
No, but the truth is, what we've heard from the doctor is there could be more than one cause. And that leaves us smack dab in the middle of some more confusion.
Oh, hell no!
No!
Oh, hell no! You don't do that.
Hold on,
You
Ned.
don't do that.
Baby, I got.
See,
I gotta find this episode. I need to know if he was the daddy. Okay.
See. We don't find out who that boy Pappy is.
I know somebody's seen this episode. Somebody got to tell me something.
Nah, I'm gonna go find this one. For
I'm
real.
mad. We sat
Who
here.
is that boy Pappy?
Who his daddy? We ain't gonna say Pappy.
I'm that boy.
Now,
I'm that baby Pappy boss. Yeah.
why you always with
That's
the life
crazy,
of?
dog. That's crazy.
I'm that boy Pappy boss. I'm not. Wow.
I'm that baby Pappy boss. Pap. I'm that baby.
I'm
that baby. That
there.
there.
I'm that there.
I'm that there baby Pappy boss.
I'm that there baby Pappy boss. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I gotta find it.
I need to know. We did all of that.
All right. If we find out, we'll put it in the comments, man. So y'all check the comments. If we don't got it in the comments, we never
We
find
ain't
out.
find it, yeah.
So with that being said, I do go by the name DJ the Kid. This is.
Sierra Cole.
We are.
Kid and
We are,
Sierra.
y'all.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and on the glass. run away from